Hey, let's get to Roki Sasaki. Folks, I think we got a shot at this guy. I think right now, I'm not sure where everybody is in international money, the exact figure. I think the Dodgers right now have more international money, but in January, they'll get another pot full, and so will the Padres. Now, some things that are coming in. I want to tell you a little bit about Roki Sasaki. He's 23 years of age, a good looking ball player. I mean, really, really good looking ball player. How about 6'4", 205? You know, he's about as tall as Otani, but doesn't weigh as much as Otani, but he's only 23 years of age. He was a 2019 first overall selection in the NPB draft. Three-quarters delivery, fastball topped out at 102.5 miles an hour, 102.5. Threw a fastball in high school at 101. A lot of times right around 97. His best pitch is actually a fork ball, or a lot of people nowadays call it a split finger fastball. He calls it a fork ball. That's his best pitch. He throws a curve and a slider. The guy's really put incredible numbers up. They've been very careful with him in Japan, though, and he's going to be posted. He's going to be posted, and we'll see if he ends up coming this year. Most people figure he's locked to go to the Dodgers. He knows Otani, he knows Yamamoto. Japan, they love the Dodgers. All the games are broadcast there because of Otani and Yamamoto. And everybody figures he's going to the Dodgers. But here's the deal. He's pretty good friends, apparently, with Yu Darvish. And he wants to win a world championship. But let's face it, the Dodgers have already won a world championship with Otani and Yamamoto. Maybe, just maybe, because right now the Dodgers, apparently, from what we hear, have the most international money because they didn't spend much last year and the Padres did. We'll see how that all factors in. But he's not going to get one of these massive contracts for 12 years and $300+ million. He can't sign that. And the reason he can't sign that, and you got to understand this, if he was 25 years of age and had played 6 years in Japan, then he would be a free agent to where they could go ahead and post him, and then you could negotiate with his team. Okay. But now, because he's only 23 and he's only played 4, he has to be in the international signing period. So one of the teams could give him $3 or $4 million, sign him, bring him over here, and then if he goes to the big leagues, then he would get not only his bonus, but he'd get, the minimum for a rookie, and he'd work his way up. And after 3 years, he could go to arbitration like Otani. And then after 6 full years in the big leagues, then he could become a free agent in the United States. And that would be, if he came this year, then probably right just before he turns 30 years of age, he would be a free agent. So apparently the Padres have done a lot of work on this guy. And I think every team has done a lot of work on him. But it sounds like the Padres have a legitimate shot. Dodgers probably number 1. And the Padres number 2, maybe San Francisco because it's the West Coast. But let me tell you a little bit more about this guy. This guy's an intriguing guy. He was drafted in 2019, did not pitch at all in 2020. They took really good care of him. I mean, the kid was young. And then when he was 19, he started pitching. And he's been over pitching for the Chibalata Marines from 2021 to 2024. 19, 20, 21, and 22. These guys started pitching in the biggest league in Japan at 19 years of age. He's pitched in 69 games. His record's 29-15 and a 2.02 ERA. 2.02. Now, garner these numbers, and you may want to write them down. These are impressive numbers. He's pitched 414 and 2/3 innings right now. Only given up 275 hits. Given up 111 runs, 93 earned runs. He's walked 91. He's got 4 intentional walks, 22 hit batters. And in 414 and 2/3 innings, he struck out 524 hitters. I mean, he's considered maybe the best pitching prospect in the history of NPB baseball. In the history. And there have been some damn good pitchers come out of there. Darvish, Otani. I mean, you could go on and on. I mean, they've had some real Daisuke Matsuzaka. And you know what's interesting? Daisuke Matsuzaka's nickname was the Monster. And that's what they call Roki Sasaki, the Monster. I mean, this guy has done some incredible things. Now, think about this. He started pitching in 2021 when they actually let him start pitching in games. And he threw a perfect game in 2022. He also struck out 19 batters in a single game. And in that game, he struck out 13 consecutive batters. I mean, this kid has been unbelievable. You may remember him. And Ohtani and Yamamoto were teammates on the WBC with Yu Darvish. And in the WBC, he pitched 7 2/3 innings, had 11 punch outs, and went 1-0 with a 3.52 ERA. First opportunity for him to face, a lot of big league hitters. And he did a very, very nice job. But it sounds like the Padres are right there. And if Sasaki wants to maybe go his own direction and make his own history, then he'll probably sign with the Padres. So we got a chance. Now, but every article you read, it'll say Dodgers are number one, Dodgers are number one, Dodgers are number one. I kept reading articles until my eyeballs were about ready to fall out of my head the other day because I kept waiting for one of the articles to say, hey, man, he's ticketed for the Padres. It's all about the Dodgers. But the Padres are always right there, right there. Hey, I want to be the bride this time, not the bridesmaid. So give me your take on that. The Padres, everybody in baseball has been really quiet. Really quiet. I thought after the GM meetings last week, I thought, man, things were going to start opening up a little bit. Maybe they will this week. I know today we got Veterans Day and, we're working our way towards Thanksgiving. I thought maybe, man, we're going to start finding out. Maybe some of the lesser type free agents are going to start signing. And that may happen later in the week. But even the talk right now has been really, really quiet. So, with the Padres, left field, we know that. I know AJ Preller and Profar, they want to reunite, but you can't pay Jurickson 12 to 16 million. You just can't do it. Okay, Dara, how does the bonuses work? I'm seeing if he gets posted in January, then he gets more bonus money from us. What are the odds he gets posted before that? Dara, I'm not sure exactly how that works. I don't know if you can take your bonus money from 2024 and add it to the pot in 2025. I'm not sure how that works. By the next show, I'll try to get some information on that. But the Padres right now, if he were posted now, you'd have 45 days. From the day he's posted, you got 45 days. So right now, the Dodgers have more money there. Now, come January, that could be a completely different thing. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to come down to money. I really don't. Because look at it this way. He comes over here, he gets his bonus money, and then they're going to bring him to the big leagues, and he's going to get, the minimum and just keep growing from there. I think it's going to come down to where he wants to play. Does he want to play in LA, or does he want to play in San Diego, or does he want to play in San Francisco, or does he want to go to New York? I think that's what it's going to come down to. I don't think that the total money is going to really be the biggest factor in him signing. I don't believe. But, getting back to the Padres, man, they got to figure out left field. And I don't know who you're going to get for less than Profar, but how much money do the Padres have to offer? They got to get a starting pitcher in here. And, man, it'd be great if Sasaki could come here because then you wouldn't have to worry about going out there to spend, 10, 15, 20 million on a starting pitcher with Musgrove being out. I hope you're a right line. I hope you're a right line the time you were right about Blake Snell. I hope I am too. I called that Blake Snell. I called Musgrove too. I said, man, you got to go get Musgrove out of Pittsburgh. And they went and got him. And that was before anybody even was rumored saying that. And I was all over Blake Snell. I would love Blake Snell to come back. I would love Blake Snell to come back. I love Blake Snell. Good guy. And I think he fit in well, especially after he got comfortable. That first year was rocky as hell. Second year, much better. Third year, Cy Young and pitched great. And was dominant. He was dominant this year. After he got started in San Francisco, his first 5 starts were just brutal in San Francisco. Brutal. And then all of a sudden, he became Blake Snell again, the guy that won the Cy Young in Tampa and the guy that won the Cy Young in San Diego. So hopefully that will be a guy the Padres can maybe go after, but you can't give him $30 million in a long-term contract. You got too many other contracts that are strangling you right now. I think right now, folks, I'll be honest with you. I think Xander Bogaerts is going to be the shortstop for the Padres. How do you feel about that? I really think that's going to be the case. Padres can't go out and first of all, the shortstops out there are dismal. Besides Willie Adames, you're not going to bring in these other guys. They're just guys. They're just guys. And I still think our goal here in San Diego is to win a damn World Series, not just get to a World Series. You get there, you got to win it. And I think that's where the Padres are still at. They're going to be over 200 million. I thought they were going to be right about 2 million, but they're already over 200 million right now. So unless they make some trades, and I talked about it on Friday about trading Cronenworth, and I think he's a tradable contract. That's why you can't trade Xander, you can't trade Manning, you can't trade Fernando, nor would you want to. And by the way, all three of those guys have no trade. Cronenworth has a limited trade. And then you got, Darvish and Big Joe under contract for a number of years still. Joe's got 3 more years. Darvish, I think, is here till 2030. He may be pitching into his 50s with the Padres. Then you got to figure out catcher. That catcher spot's really bugging me. Really bugging me. I'm not sure what the hell they're going to do behind the plate. So give me your take on Roki Sasaki. Boy, if we could get him, how good would that be?